In this video, I will explain why we need the page breaks in Google Sheet. So let us say you want to print this sheet. Now, if I go to the print menu, what happens is that by default, this is how it is going to print. Notice that we have selected the scale as normal 100%. If we select to fit to width, you can see that it is trying to print the entire sheet. So basically it is trying to fit the entire contents to the page width. And you can see that the font is very small. It is not even readable. So that's the problem. So that's why what we have to do is that you have to put it to the normal 100%. And now it is printing this data. But remember that there were a few extra columns were there now which have been pushed to the next page, which we don't want. What we want is that we want to show these columns on the same page itself. So how you can do that is by using the custom page breaks. So if I click on custom page breaks and then click on edit, so by default what was happening is that it was trying to add the page break over here. So basically it has got an algorithm which decides how many columns should be printed on the single page. So you can see that it was trying to print from this point till this point. So this was the default behavior. But what we can do now is that we can drag this line up until here. Now what is happening is that all these lines or the columns will be printed on the same page. So if I click on confirm breaks, you can notice that these columns are all the columns basically are in the same page. So the font size is also smaller, but that is fine. It was much easier. It is much better than when it was set to fit to width. So you can see that when it is set to fit to width, it is not even recognizable. But now if I set to normal 100% and then enable the custom page breaks, you can see that now these three columns are being shown on the same page. And basically you can change this breaks basically. So if you go to edit, let us say I don't want this Ruby column, I just want up until a PHP column. So just go to edit and then so you have to just drag this blue line up until here. So what will happen is that this Ruby will be pushed to the next page. A similar thing can be done for the rows as well. So we were doing it for the columns, same thing can be done for the rows as well. So you can just drag these lines up until here. Then what happens is that basically we are adding the page break. That means that content will be pushed according to these page breaks. Now what is happening is that this particular section will be printed on the first page. The next page, this content will be printed. Next page, this content will be printed. So if I go to confirm breaks, so you can see that it is printing this much over here. Only 3 rows were selected, and then Ruby, this column is printed the next, then blank cells will be printed, and then it will go to the next rows. So basically with the page break, custom page breaks, you can adjust the way the data is printed on the pages. That's it. Thanks for watching.